As governments the world over battle to curb the spread of HIV-AIDS, in Russia and Eastern Europe, the figures have doubled in the last 10 years. The region's now home to the world's fastest growing epidemic, with intravenous drug users most at risk. But the Russian authorities may be to blame for making things worse. According to research published in the British Medical Journal, Russia's strict laws on drug use have helped fan the epidemic. In Russia, drug substitutes like methadone used to help wean users off heroin are illegal.
That the impacts of opioid substitution treatment, given sufficient levels of coverage among the drug-using population, have a positive impact in reducing the incidence of HIV infection, as well as reducing injecting risk behaviour, as well as reducing crime.
Russia has taken a strict law enforcement approach to drug control. Vast quantities of heroin flow into the country from the poppy fields of Afghanistan, flooding into even the smallest of Russian towns, fueling crime and addiction. But when it comes to public health, that approach, say experts, isn't working. Alexei is HIV positive. He heads one of the country's few organizations that protect sufferers' rights.
If
you take post-Soviet countries, there are both negative and positive experiences of drug replacement therapy. There's no real consensus. In my opinion, Russia isn't ready for the scheme. There just aren't the services needed to support it.
So far, there are only 75 needle exchange programs for 2 million injecting drug users. A third of them are believed to be HIV positive. Researchers say that if addicts were encouraged to swap dirty needles for clean, sterile ones like these and given alternatives to heroin, then potentially Russia could slash its rates of HIV in half within 5 years. The approach has been successfully tried and tested in Western Europe, and at least 700 drug substitute programs in Iran have helped keep HIV figures there low. But in Russia, experts say there's now a higher chance of going to prison for drug use than receiving effective medical treatment.
The Russian government has pretty much indicated recently that it's not inputting money into HIV prevention among high-risk populations, which basically means injecting drug users and sex workers in the context of Russia. That lack of investment is going to cost Russia. It's going to cost Russia money, and it's going to cost Russia lives.
Neave Barker, Al Jazeera, Moscow.